And what you see around a platform like Clubhouse is the community that built it didn't really get a chance to be a part of the growth and equity of it. Like, so there's still that gap. I think a lot of folks that are starting new businesses in spaces, I almost feel it's super important to do what you know as opposed to do what you think might work. And I'll say that to the NIL space. There are a lot of marketplaces launching to do X for athletes and have never worked with athletes or have never worked with a brand that's worked with athletes. So that problem there, to me, shows that there's tons of opportunity, but not the right people are stepping into those lanes. And a lot of that could be awareness, accessibility, resources, so on and so forth. So I still see tons of gaps in this space. And I think these large sports funds and funding groups, all of the money they raise, it's not hard to put together a mentorship program to help people build skills and build community. It's not hard to put 80 grand towards the development of 30 people over the next 6 months and hope one of them turn into an entrepreneur you can get behind you or come and work at your firm. And I think because things are jumping into Web3 and crypto and all of these different platforms, no one's thinking about developing. Everyone's just trying to make sure that they don't miss the next wave, right? In trying not to mix the next wave, we're missing out on the most important piece, is investing into entrepreneurs that have the problems, have the answers to the problems, because they, believe in that theory of proximity, right? Like me, Athlete Tech Group, I've worked with athletes. It's been in my business plan. It's been in my resume. So for me to start a business, you wouldn't question it, right? What I'm seeing now is a lot of people are doing things that are not what they're not known to do and getting funded for it because they've done great things in another space, or they have a friend or have this relationship. So the landscape is still off, in my opinion. Money is being thrown around, but not enough in development, not enough in creating programs to create these resources, right? Like the world is all over the place. There's so much information out there that you can't go to Google because you don't know what you're going to get. Someone
So true.
Someone can pay to show up on your Google. Think about that.
Yeah.
What are you actually looking for? Right. So all of these elements, is how I see the world right now. And my hope is, athletes understand their value, understand the power they bring to the table, and how they're able to build community, right? I've said it before, nothing brings people together like sports, maybe food, but sports brings people together like no tomorrow. And it's the athletes that have all that power. So we're seeing a new day and age where they're starting to realize it a little bit more. And we're seeing a lot more athletes do more creator-like things, which I think is the perfect segue for athletes.